In Lecture 2, we're building on what you just learned to see how seventh chords are created. After I've covered a specific type of seventh chord, your assignment is to pause the video and play it, either on a keyboard or an iDevice using a free piano app. Remember, there are two kinds of thirds, small and large. The small is always built from 3 half steps, and the large is always built from 4 half steps. From this, we built 4 types of triads. Building seventh chords follows the same procedure. Here are the 2 intervals of a seventh based on a G chord. You can also build a seventh chord on a triad by adding to it either a large seventh or a small seventh. Looking at this in G, the large seventh is built from 11 half steps. This is usually called a major seventh. Pause and play this with your piano app. The small seventh is built from 10 half steps. This is usually called a minor seventh. Pause and play this with your piano app. All right, let's start building chords. We'll start with the major seventh. The major seventh chord is always built from the combination of a large third, the small third, and a large third. The angled line shows the large seventh. Here it is in Piano Roll Edit. The dominant seventh chord is built from a large third, a small third, and a small third. The angled line shows the small seventh. Here's the G7 in Piano Roll Edit. The minor seventh chord is built from a small third, a large third, and a small third. The angled line shows the small seventh. And here's the G minor 7 in Piano Roll Edit. Here's a not too commonly used but nonetheless a real chord, the minor triad with a large seventh. It's made up of a small third followed by 2 large thirds. And here it is in Piano Roll Edit. Now when we get to the diminished chord opportunities with sevenths, we have 3 distinct chord types available. There's a full diminished, made up of 3 small thirds. A half diminished is made up of 2 small thirds and a large third. This is also called a minor 7 flat 5 chord. Finally, there's the diminished triad with a large seventh. It's made up of 2 small thirds and a perfect fourth. Let's go through each one of them. With the full diminished seventh, you can see that the stacked small thirds give the appearance of a diminished triad with a large sixth. And here it is in Piano Roll Edit. This is a G half diminished chord, also known as a minor 7 flat 5. It is made up of 2 small thirds and a large third. And here it is in Piano Roll Edit. This is a very exotic sounding chord. It's a G diminished with a major 7. And here it is in Piano Roll Edit. Here's a G augmented 7th chord. It's made up of 2 large thirds and a step. And here it is in Piano Roll Edit. And our last is G augmented major 7th. It's made up of 2 large thirds and a small third. And here it is in Piano Roll Edit. Now, here's a taste of what's coming in Lecture 3 and future lectures. It's an ear training exercise that's at least 2 million years old. Take a listen. Look what I've done. I've harmonized this simple melody with a combination of small and large thirds below the melody. I made an arbitrary decision as to the thirds I selected. If you've had counterpoint, you know that two-part writing creates an implied harmony. I'll cover this in more detail in Lecture 3. Here's the question to ponder. We'll keep it simple. What triads can each third be a part of? E flat and G are a large third. They can be part of a C minor, E flat, or an E flat augmented chord. At the keyboard, try each option. I can also take out the E flat and create a small third with an E and a G. That option would yield a C triad, an E minor triad, and an E diminished triad. So, by just going from a large third to a small third on the first pitch, I now have 6 different possibilities for the starting chord. But not only that, I can expand my choices by adding a large or small third above the melody. So you have lots of options. Okay, take a listen to what this example sounds like. Now, here's what it looks like in Piano Roll Edit, and I'll play it again. Okay, here's what you should learn from this lecture, and it's a life lesson. It's not just having a musical idea, and it's not just having craft. It's having both. Working through your options is how you generate self-inspiration. Memorize how to create these different types of seventh chords, pick different keys on the piano, and practice creating them to your success.